In Season 2 of The Mandalorian, we're reintroduced to Boba Fett, who upon meeting the Mandalorian, and throughout the entirety of the season, dodges the question of whether he is a Mandalorian. Well, what if I told you that Boba Fett and the Mando Din Djarin are entirely different types of Mandalorian? Hello guys and welcome. In chapter 14 of The Mandalorian, Boba Fett finally reclaims his armor and reveals his Mandalorian heritage to Din by showing his chain code. For those of you who don't know, this writing is actually translatable and gives mention to someone called Mentor Jast, who in Star Wars Legends and pretty much now in canon was the adoptive father of Jango Fett and former leader of the Mandalorians. Now, the reason why this Jast is so important is because Boba Fett more or less upholds all of his Mandalorian beliefs and teachings. His full name was Jasta Mareel. He existed way before the prequel trilogy happened and was the ruler of Mandalore, who implemented the Super Commando Codex into Mandalorian culture. The Codex enforced that all Mandalorian warriors should conduct honorably and act as highly skilled mercenaries equipped to kill. Sound familiar? Nonetheless, not all Mandalorians agreed with Jasta's reforms, which ultimately plummeted the Mandalorians into a civil war between Mareel's true Mandalorians and the savage Death Watch. The war ended with the death of Jasta Mareel and the true Mandalorians, but not before Jango avenged his father by killing the Death Watch leader, Tor Vizsla. Furthermore, in chapter 15, we see Boba give his armor a fresh lick of paint, even preserving these two Mando symbols, one being the mythic creature, the Mythosaur from Mandalore, and the other being the Journeyman Protector symbol of Jasta Mareel. It's obvious if you look at Boba's character as a whole, or just his actions in Mando Season 2, he's pretty much an honorable bounty hunter, as he offers his services to rescue Grogu back from the Empire. And his skill, well, that speaks for itself. Boba is Jasta Mareel's ideal version of a true Mandalorian warrior. But the question still remains as to why Boba dodges any inquiry into him being a Mandalorian. Well, it's actually quite simple to explain. To other Mandalorians, he wasn't. By the time of the Clone Wars, the true Mandalorians and the Super Commando Codex were completely rejected and gone, instead being replaced with the pacifist regime of the new Mandalorians. Even Mandalore's Prime Minister Almec disregarded Jango Fett as an actual Mandalorian, but just a pretender. Eventually, over time, the Death Watch, the sworn enemies of the true Mandalorians, would dominate by force Mandalorian culture. They began to place heavy emphasis on the world of Mandalore. The children of the Watch, Din Djarin sect, would eventually splinter from them and become more traditionalist in nature, with their focus on the way of the Mandalore and the induction of the foundlings into Mandalorian society. Although this might sound a lot like what Jasta Mareel's true Mandalorians were like, they were completely different. As we see with the Mando, the children of the Watch isolate themselves from the rest of Mandalorian civilization and rely on secrecy in order to survive, which includes not removing their helmets. By the time of Mando Season 2, being Mandalorian meant being either Death Watch or Children of the Watch, and since Boba Fett was neither, technically he wasn't Mandalorian, despite his heritage and beliefs. On the outside, although the Mandalorian and Boba Fett may look similar as they're both bounty hunters, have some sense of honor and not really care about the planet of Mandalore, their core beliefs and traditions are what separate them. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Hopefully we'll know more about Boba Fett when his show releases in December. If you guys enjoyed the video, then leave a like and subscribe to catch the latest Star Wars news and lore. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and see you soon.